am the yawning man. I am the sleepless man. I stand on guard with tongs in hand. Oh, devil! You will not have me! You will not have my destiny! You will not grind your claws against my flesh, or take me down paths I do not wish to tread. Do not think that I will not follow you down darkened paths, down darkened alleys, but surely we will meet. Surely we will meet on darkened paths, in sunlit abbeys, and have a word, and share our thoughts, and find a way to set aside our quarrels. But we both have roles in this world. Understanding does not equal compassion, but compassion can lead to understanding. To follow your passion is to find God. And on that day I studied my craft, and on that day I studied my voice, and on that day I studied your words, and on that day I studied my truth. And as we sat upon the shore, and you suggested that my God did not watch over me, and I was inclined to believe. But I have compassion, and I have my tools, and with those tools I forged bells to make sure my Lord could not ignore me, with iron that had served its use, the same that clung to your bleeding hoof. And on that day I decided to be the thorn forever in your palm, the dagger forever in your side. I decided to be the Judas to your Jesus, to betray you at every opportunity, to find a way to destroy you from the inside. But I didn't wish for you to be alone, and in the end, I am just a man with a set of tongs, with the devil's nose clenched between them, and that is truly malicious. And this realization sits with me a while. A moment of sad anguish, that I extended that anguish to another living thing, even if that life belongs to the greatest betrayer, even if my pursuit to know them twists me. I felt the rage again, and I pushed him to the shoreline, and I pushed him to the border, and I pushed him even further, deep into churning waters. And in my countenance, I spoke the words that I again speak aloud, and to no one. You have no business in this land! You have no business in this parish! While I have tongs in hand, while I am the sleepless man! While I am the restless man, while I am... while I am the yawning man. If you heed my sermon, you are my congregation. A daughter, my successor, climbs the hill to meet me. I see her now with raven hair and booted feet. If you heed my sermon, you are my congregation. I must soon go to my eternal slumber, dear friends, and I wish you all well. But I must rest. I must sleep.
I have walked on eggshells since I was 12. I'm very good at it. I'm good at not disturbing people, which in itself is quite disturbing. On my 13th birthday, I tried to find Mr. Feels. I snuck out my house to the address written on the card my mum had pinned to the fridge. But I didn't have the courage to enter. I didn't know whether I wanted to thank him or kill him. On the 5th anniversary of my death, I left the house for good. It wasn't my home anymore. I went back to the address, picked the lock and went inside. It had clearly been empty for a while. Curtains drawn. Dust danced in the cracks of sunlight, settling on the photographs, books, cups of tea with fluffy green tops, a dying houseplant. Under the bough of branches and canopy of leaves, I kept walking, knowing I would be safe, curling up to dream amongst the roots of ancient sleepers. I walked until I one day emerged from an endless forest, at the bottom of a hill. I make my way up in a shadow. The only light is purple, and it's coming from the sea. I look behind me to see a lonely statue. It's a man with a pair of tongs. Random. I read the plaque on its base. St. Dunstan, 909 to 998. He hath made a remembrance of his wonderful works, being a merciful and gracious Lord. He hath given food to them that fear him.
Kane and Feels. Day Trippers. Episode 6. How?
We sailed out, the waves choppy from the dock, the beach barely visible from the pier, tipping over the horizon quicker than it should.
You again?
Can I be honest with you, mister?
Of course.
You're the wizard of the realm, aren't you? You and your noble knight apprentice.
I like your velvet dress.
Indeed, noble Merlin.
Closer to Le Fay, but I'm happy to see you here.
Thank you. I'm sorry for killing them.
That should have knocked me off, but I knew it somewhere. Probably in the back of my magical cortex.
The ice cream waitress I met is here. I didn't expect her to be invited for the funeral, but okay, sure, whatever. I barely understand spell ingredients. As I stepped forward to say hello, I saw a bloodied man next to her, rasping air through painful, choking stark. Oh God, are you okay?
Bloody idiot cut himself up.
To cleanse.
I think he's joined an internet cult.
Why did you come here? He needs first aid.
We couldn't. Not.
I hate magic sometimes.
What time have we got?
7:49.
Okay. When did he get here?
Hello, Councilman Grace.
Lucifer Kane?
Oh, is this a part of your machinations?
Everything is. You can't win with your left-hand patch staunching the wound nonsense.
You know, Someone called me Merlin earlier tonight, and you make me sound like Gandalf.
You simply stand in front of the flow of time. My masters are moving the parts, and you are a mouse in between the cogs of a clock.
That is a disgusting metaphor.
But an accurate one. When you stopped us from building on that graveyard, when you stopped the ascension of Exabis on the throne of the Lacanian stones, when you killed the little girl so we couldn't have her and then brought her back, you just taught us that we are inevitable. We win in a way that you cannot comprehend. I should thank you.
Exabis. I'm going to write that one down. Hey, Grace, what's it like being the hype man for entropy? Unfulfilling, I bet.
Captain?
Call me Bramlock. Bramlock Singh.
How is it?
Strange. We're going at a rate of knots, but we're not getting anywhere. I don't understand.
Has it gone purple yet?
Purple? No, I don't think... Purple?
It will. It will.
Alright, Kane had been busy. The small boat we were on was a luxury fun boat and had a room compartment in the bow. There was a small couch/bed laying upon some empty shelves. Kane, his fingers covered with chalk dust, had drawn the eye symbol that was on our front door of our office. He was also moving things around in a circle. Poor Mr. Singh, he'd never let anyone else on his damn boat again.
Are you going to light the candles?
I'm scared they might light themselves.
What's going to happen?
You figured it out. It's going to be a funeral.
What does that mean?
Oh,
Okay, let's just say hosting a funeral is a case for a client.
Kane and Feels. Paranormal pallbearers.
You can do the voice this once.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, but that's it. We're done.
Will you defeat
I hadn't seen the town. Caught from the sea's glare, the whole town looks like a shadow. Not even the streetlights are on. I pulled out my phone that Mum said was for emergencies only and dialed the first number that came to my mind. Hello?
You're.
Is this Lucifer Kane?
No, this is his business partner.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know if you can help me then.
I'm sorry you think that, but why?
Well, I'm a little further afield than your normal services.
Well, we have been known to travel.
Well, I'm outside a town called...
Twymeson Dunstans.
Yeah? Weird. Are you using an ISP, or like a phone tracker?
No, actually, I'm on the White Pier in Dunstans right now.
I start back down the hill, towards the light, to find the man who saved my life. The path leads me through the twilight streets of Twomey St. Dunstans. The residents seem to wash in and out of focus. A boy skins his father alive. An elderly woman cackles, her forked tongue licking her fangs. A cowboy jumps into the back of a rubbish van and is crushed alive. I do my best to ignore the nonsense and walk all the way to the shore. I see the white pier and a boat pulling in.
Miss! Boys! It's gone purple!
That it has. That it bloody has. A starfield of purple and blue the waves diluting the texture, creating a mountain face of jealous, grasping hands lapping at the boat, bright and glowing, but not luminous.
Oh, bloody hell, we're done! Get downstairs!
Oh, yes, everyone, come here! Mr. Singh, leave the ship's wheel. Pardon me. Right, get out. Grace, for the love of God.
Come on, look at me in the eyes.
I know it's
I've seen people break their bones.
on the ship,
And there it was. The dying thing. The thing we were having a wake? A funeral? A vigil?
The great joke about paranormal investigators is the truth of supernatural observation. We can't see the same thing. The frontal lobe is the Wi-Fi of the psyche. It posits things, receives passive information in packets, and translates it into information the rest of the interface will be able to understand. Grok. I very much doubt if you asked us about the seed of intrusive thoughts, the bin bag demon, the Fae, the graveyard transition town, hell, the father of baby Atkinson. I doubt we would understand the same sentence, scar from the inside, in the same way. We probably didn't see the same roots in the other world with Alice between the tree. We are not seeing the same vigil to the grave as each other. Neither is anyone to anyone else in this room. As I think these words, no one in this room is perceiving the same dying god. And truly, it is a god.
I see the same being as baby Atkinson, but much older. White, light beard. Frost cresting on its heavy brow, blue, gemstone skin. Eyes made of white-blue fireflies.
I see Zeus bathed in the cosmos. Gold and laurel wreath atop a crown to his temples. His toga and classical formed skin reflects a starfield of our universe. His eyes are closed. Coins rest on his lids.
The great, glorious God, within the body of the great Guru Nanak. But as he had visited the holy war of peace on the world, he had seen the other cultures of the world. He wore a badge of Odin. The cloth of his shawl was decked out in spiders of the Serengeti, a gift from Anansi. Most notably, the crest of his crown, a Mayan gold snake symbol. His open eyes atop a funeral pyre, as serene and powerful as the waters of the 7 rivers of the Punjab.
My endless, glorious master, risen from his prison depth, twisting the unknowable form of other worlds, conquerors, birthing glyphs of unknowledge to return these ignorant fools to the state of nature. But he needs me on staff. It's good to have someone who can sort out the paperwork.
The golden crown atop my deceased father. the noble and virtuous king of this realm. His white beard, an elegant mane, his gallant countenance scarred with the courageous wrinkles of age. His floral tunic and heavy chain of office depict the heraldry of our kingdom. A maiden fair and unicorn.
In the centre, a glass bowl on a stem. The candlelight catches the sharp edges of crystallized glass. The lip is draped with hot pink prawns, heads and tails still attached, their black eyes staring into the sauce. Mayonnaise, dill, ketchup, and just a dash of Tabasco. Lettuce leaves flowering out of the centre like an ancient fern, green and crisp, sublime, sweet, spicy, and with a hint of brine that lingers on the tongue.
The most beautiful network server I've ever seen. The messy ports and infinite cables show the age of the original rig. But unless the motherboard is truly there, this computer hasn't run apart from its original rig for maybe thousands of years. It runs with such brilliance. If you came across it on the beach of a new world, you wouldn't think it was a pocket watch. This is the watchmaker.
Skeleton, innit?
You're listening. You know what it looks like.
You are witnessing the end of an epoch. You hear the astral clock slow. You feel that today is the first day of the rest of your life, and then it is gone.
That lady is back. The cute Victorian maid with the ceramic skin and very not cute empty black eyes.
The lady from the funeral revelation is back. She has cracks on her alabaster face that are pouring black smoke from them. Her black lace dress and pinafore is suddenly very, very appropriate. The town had told Brutus from the moment he arrived.
She moves through the bed like it was water. Like a ghost. She places her hand on the temples of our laurel-wreathed God King.
She phases to the head of the bed and caresses the interdimensional face of the glowing being. My eyes lock with her void. Psychopomp of the gods.
She euthanizes the suffering half-corpse with gentle precision. And then it was gone. It was gone. And it wasn't coming back. And that noise was never going to be heard again. Sleep and no. The air was awful. It was miserable. Empty. Mr. Singh walked back up to the wheel and swung us around. The second-hand shop lady was crying. The ice cream lady wiped blood off her brother's face, finding his wounds closed underneath.
It's over, isn't it?
I think the big ritual spell that it was casting is over, yes.
How big is big?
I think the town has been the spell since it was founded.
I think the town was founded in the 11th century.
Big spell, then. God death spell. Allowing them to die.
You okay?
Kane looked over his shoulder at our assembled mourners.
I think you and I being okay is going to be the least of our worries.
Grace was eager to get off the boat. I was eager to help him. I had no intention of spending any more time with him.
I'll see you soon, Mr. Rock.
I hope not. Grace span on his heels and walked away, exuding his normal level of smug. Then something happened. He shuddered. Versions of Grace compiled upon each other like a zip folder. He began walking again, stalking now like a cat. He stopped again, and his shirt suddenly gained a dark brown stain. And another, and another. Seeping through, he became ragged. He limped, he rasped, he collapsed in a heap. I guess the gunshots met up with this reality. As he fell, his date screamed, her skin turning white, then golden, then brown, as she began to be roasted on the spot. As the breeze caught the smell, I remembered the best breakfast in town.
I'm going back, aren't I?
Yes.
Was I real?
Were you real? Miss, you are a carnivorous fallacy. An exceptional carrion creature. I believe you are, yes, in a way. In the way that you have consumed.
I'm sorry.
I know you are. And in a sad way, you don't need to be. I think you won't be able to work in the second-hand shop anymore.
I know.
Would you like me to curse you?
Huh?
I can curse you, Your Grace. Lay a curse on your royal house for the spite of not inviting me earlier. I curse you with all my powers to fall asleep. To fall asleep and be awoken one day by true love's kiss. As an evil warlock, this is my curse upon you, the princess.
Thank you.
I helped her off the boat and held her trembling hand. The magic of the other side is cruel. Our evil magic uses cruel ingredients. Eye of newt, toe of frog, wool of bat, and tongue of dog. Their magic makes this young woman, creates her consciousness, fills it with hope, dream, loves, hates, and her own happiest memories, and now she is spent. She's been put in the cauldron and stirred. I look at her very quickly.
Don't look.
She is crumbling. I squeeze her hand. She's turning into what I think she was when they made her. A bush of thorns, an undergrowth that sucks the blood from lambs trapped in it. My hand is cut by her, but I refuse to let go. Her eyes close. She fades into nothing. She's gone. There is a thorn in the palm of my hand.
And now you sleep.
Here, let me help you both.
Thanks, big man. What am I gonna do with you, Riz?
Maybe, I don't know, limit his internet time?
LOL.
See, he just said lol out loud. Yeah, just get him out in the fresh air. There's loads of it around here.
Thank you.
No problem. Why was I here, though? You seem to have a lot of answers.
Seeing is believing. I had another thing happen, and it did something to my spinal fluid.
Put some magic in it? That kind of thing can't happen to a Gasik.
I know, and I feel that in you. But it's in your restaurant. It's a liminal space.
That gives me an idea for a new special.
Precisely.
Mr. Feels? Mr. Kane?
Brutus snapped round to see the source of the voice. At the end of the pier stands a young woman in black Doc Martens, blue jeans and a waxed bomber jacket. Her hair is black as crows, with stray twigs and leaves stuck in its roots. Feels sprints down the pier.
Are you sure it's her? She doesn't. She wasn't. Since when was she a teenager?
Oh my god! Oh, mate. Enough bloody questions.
Feels takes a knee and hugs her. They speak inaudibly over the crash of the waves. Kane moves towards her, as if possessed, and drops to his knees. Palms out, head bowed, he awaits his reckoning. The rock moves aside, as she takes deliberate steps towards the ashen-faced shaman and speaks her truth. And with that, she turned around and left. Brutus walked to the ashen-faced Kane, clapped him on the shoulder, and helped him to his feet. What was that all about?
You know.
Ugh, beans. Yeah, I know.
This time the train had no resistance. This time the space was livable. There was no phantom Kane at the platform and no transition from line to impossible line. It was an easy, pleasant trip as the sea faded from our horizons. Hannah came with us, but she left the train at a southeastern commuter town. Me and Luce kept going to London.
You've been listening to Kane and Feels. The cast in order of appearance are Mean Mark Waylett, Lucy Lanlau, Oliver Morris, Jack Fitzpatrick, Beth Eyre, Umnia L. Neal, George Ofori-Addo, Greta Clarkson, Ali Campbell, Dave Pickering, Karim Kronfli, and Viviana Padiglia. Also featuring Eleanor George, Greg Lass, Phoebe Joy, Peter Hildreth, Sarah Golding, and Teresa Discover. The show was written by Jack Fitzpatrick and Oliver Morris, directed by Jude Hann, sound design by Jude Hann and Oliver Morris, with original compositions by Oliver Morris. It was a Skadi Symphony production. We'd like to thank the cast and crew who gave us their time, effort, and love, and all of our friends and family who've suffered along with us during this process. Skadi's Symphony would like to thank the following people for their continued support over this tumultuous 2-year production. Our Patreons. A Ninja, Adrian Ewing, Alamerde, Amanda McColgan, Anna Airport, Anna of Amsterdam, Annie, Ava Harrow, Beth Tesco, Bet Chan, Birdie, Bobby Banner, Bobby Parker, Brian W., Camilla Sutton, Caroline, Carrie Leclerc, Chad Ellis, Danny, Dante Smith, Dapper Cyborg, Eleanor, Elliot HT, Ellis C. Fiore, Eloise Sherrod, Emily Charlotte, Emily Gruszczynski, Emma Hacker, Eric Inner, Eris128, Exactabo, Ezra Acton, Fatal Drum, Fireball, Ghost Fox 14, Gianna Cook, Griffin Feather, Heather, Hollow Zam, Isabel Sylvia, Iz, Jack Bird, Jacob Yong Tae, Jane Belenskaya, Jana, Jasper G, Jasmine, Jess McLean, Jessica N, Jonathan Basil, Joyce Matthews, Jude L, Julia Miriam, Kesa, KD Hart, Kellen, Kit LeBlanche, Kita Monique, Connor Rios Torrealba, Kristen Taylor, Laura, Lex, Leaf, Liv, Logan Stravopoulos, Lauren M, Mikarin, Maddie McIntosh, Manda M, Marcus Grant, Martin Sran, Mary Cipriani Pratt, Very Nettle, Meg Woods, Melissa, Merlin, Michelle Booz, Mike Durge, Mira Forteva, Molly Martin, Nathaniel, Niam Hemingway, Nick Duhamel, Noel Lees, Pat Shones, Pip Nah, Rebecca Alexander, Rick Garner, Rowan Jack Moses, Rowan Angel Radical, Rai Taran, Sam, Samantha Faith, Samriel, Sammy, Sarah Cohen, Screech Fox, Seraphin, Shreya S, Sigma Bunny, Simon, Susanna Melkonyan, The Ghost of a Good Time, The Radio Witch, Theo Goodwin, Vadia, Vance Branhill, Field Commander Vitt, Woodfin, Xander, Xander C, Zach Smith, and Zoe Mortensen. Thank you 1,000 times over. We would not be where we are today without your support. Thank you, everyone. Kane and Feels will return, eventually, for one final season. At some point, in the future. Ollie says he's waiting till we're 30, but I have other ideas. Thank you, and good night.